I thought I was going to do something today, but I'm not. So I feel that I have more time to talk about a few things. Let me talk about this. Hi. I'm fat, and mostly I mostly do healthy food. I just have been having someone come into town, which means I'd be eating some fast food sometimes, some more fatty food than usual. So yeah, I gain a little bit right now. But other than that, I eat healthy food. Mostly. I exercise and all, but I've been burnt out for a while, so. I do not have a microphone. I'm not bringing a microphone. I'm just talking about shit. I don't think people give a shit about what I say. Really much, but sometimes it makes me feel a little better that I just talk about shit that I give a shit about. Just makes me a little bit feel better, I guess. But I want to talk about, and then I also have these, I'm like, pretty much intelligence is subjective and all of that, but generally, as I'm used to a lot of pattern recognition, I can pretty much get to a point of understanding the core of most problems. I bring up that I'm fat because I get a lot. I'm a fat witch and queer and all of that and disabled. I go live all the time and I get a lot of trolls. And I get a lot of hate, which is not unique because a lot of people get a lot of trolls no matter what. The only thing that matters is that if you get the more people there to support you, to drown out the trolls. So I want to talk about trolls in general. So if you're someone who has commented strictly rude to people, as in you're fat, you're ugly, you're stupid, you're dumb, you're a piece of shit. I mean, there's people who are pieces of shits anyway, because that's how I would feel about, probably almost all of our politicians, but I wouldn't say it, because if I say to them, oh, you're stupid, then it means that I can accept that other people are allowed to be abused. So ultimately, I try to, if I want to make to a point from any comment, it's based on something I'm bringing up about it, not something personal insults. Because I don't want that to be possible for people to be insulted for no reason or personal. Because ultimately, if you're doing something that's wrong, then I want to bring up about your fucked up issue. I don't want to talk about who you are as a person. I want to talk about who you're doing. Your behavior is wrong. I want you to know that troll people online, trolling is what they think of anonymity, which you don't have anonymity than you think you do. If it's fucked up enough, like racism, sexism, the whole shebang, and if you get enough viewers, you will be doxxed and basically sent to your employers or whatever you've got. People will figure it out. I mean, we just saw that one white lady who says the N-word to like a bunch of times to a fucking toddler got like fucking like 700K, probably 1 million by now, because there's a lot of pieces of shit. Which means we do have a lot of people who support, literally hatred for many people for no reason really. And I want you to know that means that's who you are. If you support people to be a piece of shit, like racism, the hatred, like sexism, misogyny, ableism in a certain way. It means you accept for people to be abused. You think that that's going to be a certain amount of people, but it will mean that that same thing can happen to you because of the karmic energies. If you say, therefore, people are acceptable to be abused, then karma knows that you think that people deserve to be suffering. And karma will hold that because it says, well, guess what? Then that means you deserve to suffer. And so you'll go ahead in this whole circle, revolving door of yourself. When you believe those things are bad to people, karma will say, okay, you ready for this then? Don't dish it if you can't eat it. There's so many phrases and idioms that we already exist, golden rule, whatever, and people don't even listen to that anymore these days. There's still people who give a shit about that. More of like they just care about people. But a lot of people still ignore those same type of stuff, and especially if you're Christian. The whole thing is from, number one, Old Testament was supposed to be ignored once you get to the New Testament because Jesus was like, don't even read that. I can teach you all of that. And the Christianity usually holds on to Old Testament even though it's not for them. And they'll still do all this Leviticus bullshit, right? And Jesus is a communist straight through and through. He's just a communist. He's unemployed. He relies on community to feed him, and he just teaches people. So no, he started as carpentry because he knows about it. So he could live, but he chose not to just so that he could teach people all this good stuff. Probably because he realized, holy shit, maybe I am God's son or something. And then I have to think about it because then I have to look at my God taught all of this stuff and I gotta fix that. Christianity, I don't even believe in Christianity. I'll just be real. I like the teachings of most of what Jesus taught because I'm a communist. And that's the thing. Your trolls are projecting onto other people. So you believe that you don't deserve love. You don't deserve to feel beautiful. You don't believe that you deserve to feel anything. And so you'll project that into other people, random people that has nothing to do with you. And you'll just go, I just want to tell somebody that they're fat. Probably everyone, either the insults that I get for people who say, oh, you're fat, you're a piece of shit, whatever. Most of those time, you got two versions. One, someone's fat and they feel like they don't deserve to be fat and be happy. So they live with that same belief. Or that you're very skinny because you have been fat in the past, or you just straight up swallow all of the fat phobia of anything, and that you don't deserve to exist unless you're very skinny and you have to starve a little bit, at least a little bit, and then you also need to exercise excessively. Exercise is good, but if you're doing it for an appearance rather than your health, is going to do worse for you, because mentally you know that the only reason you deserve to be healthy is if you're skinny, which you won't always be skinny, because if you're going to live long enough, you're going to gain weight. So if you don't get accepted for your body now, you're probably going to torture yourself your entire life. So these are my type of people who strictly troll on me based on my weight. I also have troll people who go and tell me, like, you're going to hell, all that kind of stuff. That's another version of a projecting to them, because probably it means there might be another two versions. One, they are in a religion that they have a very rigid religion that it's almost impossible to follow fully, which means you make sins on your own life based on your religion. So you watch porn and that's not allowed, or you steal money and you're not allowed to do that, and you have sex without marriage and you're not allowed to do that, so you're going to go and try and project onto me because you know you're not accepted in your religion. Or, let me see what else I was saying. Is that all you're projecting? Maybe it's only that. Because then the only other option is, yeah, it's pretty much that. So that's with religions like that. I guess I don't have a second option for that. Or you know what? Fine, then I will. Or you take all of the rules for a religion for all of these sins and you kind of hate it, but you accept all of it and you don't do those things. You don't have sex. You don't use porn. You don't use any of natural human things because you have a bunch of rules based on your religion. So you'll project that onto me. You'll project from yourself onto a random person online, me, because it's easier for you, which won't help you. It will not help you. That you will go project it onto somebody because you can ignore your own stuff. It's not true. It will not make you forget any of your beliefs. That's all you know, and it's not even going to fix you in any way. You're not going to heal a single thing. You are just going to exist like that. It probably will make you even worse because you're just going to keep, anytime you say to a person, you hear it in your own ear too. So when you keep on saying that to people, you're feeding yourself for the hatred that you're giving to other people. I'm sure there's literally psychological studies where people sure that if they say a certain way, they do read it. I'm sure, and I don't give a shit if I'm giving you a studies because that already exists. You can go look it up. I don't give a shit. I'm just telling you what you're going to do. And I want you to know that you think you will only do it when it's literally on the internet, but your brain knows that's how you feel. It's how you feel about yourself, and it's how you feel about everyone else in the world. So you think it's just in the internet. No, you have implemented that for yourself. You believe in that, and you will behave that way sometimes for physical people there that you may see on the bus, at work, at school. You will say those things on accident or on purpose because you have said it so many times to yourself that it becomes something that you can spit it out immediately. And if it hasn't now, you will. You will, because that's how you're teaching for yourself to everyone else. And that's why there's such a thing as a troll. There's assholes in real life because they have fed that for themselves for years and years. If you're not an asshole physically in real life, you will be because you already believe that for yourself. You believe you're not deserving of love. You're not deserving of existing as who you are right now. You have accepted horrible things about other people, which means you believe that of yourself. If you continue to become a troll, you are letting to be your worst version of yourself and to torture other people as well. You think it's just going to be other people. It will not. It will be you who gets it every time. I try and give myself positivity all the time. I try to feel okay with who I am because I'm just a human body. If I'm believing in incarnation, it means that I will have a different body another time. I'm only here for a certain amount of time on this iteration, and I'll just move on and see what my next type of body is if I'm having another iteration. Then ultimately I need to be okay with who I am now because it's too short a time to give a shit on my appearance. For what reason? It's too short to give a shit on really false, subjective, and really shallow beliefs. So you can say a bunch of bullshit to me. I get it. I don't even read the chats because it's too much. and it disrupts me for most of my stuff. If I read chats, it's for people who's there for tarot. I do not read for a chat because most of people are pieces of shits doing exactly what I'm telling you right now. I do not want to support any type of person like that. You can say whatever you want, which means I don't read it. I don't read it. So you're hearing it. You're reading it. I won't read that. You will. You have told yourself again and again and again. You accept horrible things for others and yourself. I won't read that. If you're not there for tarot, then I don't need to read that. I can try to limit what I fucking hear. That's why I'm only doing tarot like first and third Monday of the month. I'm not dealing with that. If I go live, guess what? I'm not reading chat. If it's not tarot, I'm not reading. You are teaching yourself all of these horrible things, and that's why you're going to be a piece of shit online, in real life. You're going to be single probably at some point because people will not accept that. You will accept that for yourself, and you will become lonely and sad and bitter because you accept horrible things for other people and you only accept horrible things for yourself. So that's that.